I'll talk you through some of the points, obviously, but most of the thing, enjoy what you see. Talk about the mechanics a little bit, how you play Thief, how you approach certain situations. Obviously, like I told you guys earlier, light and dark is where Thief really pushes everything.
Seems the poor and the sick are tired of their iron leader and his future promises. A useful distraction. Northcrest Manor. Somewhere in here rests the Baron's precious heirloom. The heart of the lion. I don't know what it looks like, but I do know it's priceless.
Eyes on me! You're here to stop that mob reaching the Baron. If those scum break through the gates of Northcrest, that's where they'll fall. Stand firm and Northcrest holds tonight.
There are plenty of guards here, but with the mob on the way, they won't be expecting me.
So as we talked about earlier, light and dark is how you need to manage Garrett's presence in every scene. You can see it by the effect that's around the screen, as well as the light meter, that little circle that's pitch black right now, meaning that Garrett is in the darkness. But if he's ever in light, you'll see it light up white, and that's obviously risky for Garrett.
Nowhere left to go. This is it.
Count how many graven scum I saw out there.
You can't count your own thumbs.
Shit, if I was born a clever man, I'd not be here.
There's the green bar, that's Garrett's health, as well as the blue bar around that, that's focus. We'll talk about focus in a second. Remember to pay attention to both of these things because they do not regenerate. Health needs to be regenerated by going through the inventory, which we'll talk about also in a little bit. Focus is the same thing. You'll pick up poppy flowers scattered all over the level that you use to regenerate your focus meter. So, like all the other thieves, there's a variety of arrows that are available to Garrett. Not all are used necessarily to strike an opponent. Some are used, just like the other thieves, to manipulate your environment, play with light and darkness. You guys will probably remember one very special arrow coming up soon, the water arrow that takes out fire. So you can create some darkness where light is a little bit too high for Garrett. We're looking at focus mode right now, which can be used for numerous things. First of all, focus mode is an ability that Garrett inherited at the beginning of the game. He goes through an accident and he inherits these abilities that basically allow him to observe items of interest when exploring an area, but also to kind of push combat a little bit when he's facing multiple enemies to his advantage. You can slow time down a little bit. It's optional. If you guys like playing old school Thief, you don't have to use it. You can deactivate it in the options, but if you would like to see what is of interest to Garrett in the level, you can activate it. And remember, it drains, so you can't play the whole game in focus mode. That wouldn't be very cool. You regenerate it by picking up poppy flowers.
Where have you been? Captain will geld you if he finds out you left your post.
You're here to take my place, Peter. I have to secure
Right,
the
so
cellar, so stay out of my way while I work.
Garrett can pick up glass objects to use, as distractions against the enemy. He picked up a bottle here. There's a bunch of objects that you can pick up and use to your advantage to draw the attention elsewhere than where Garrett is. You equip it as other things in the inventory. And by using focus, you can actually slow time down just enough to not only take out your enemy, but also take out enemies one by one, I guess. Yeah. There you go. Fast and effective. Lockpicking. Another area that you can possibly use focus if you needed to, but Lockpicking works in that you need to observe the right timing, basically. At what point does the lock become available to, well, basically you unlock it by every iteration. You can look at the white circle that appears at every piece of the lock, or you can use focus, just like we saw. But also the piece of feedback that I like the most is the controller will vibrate. If you get on the right note, then you'll be able to unlock it. Also, what that does is that by using lockpicking, that opens up a bunch of secondary paths. If you ever needed to look at a situation that's a little bit too risky, you can look at a secondary path and enter it. Also, with a lot of doors, you have an option to look at the keyhole and look what's going on. It's very important for Garrett to prepare his entry before he just comes in, because being overwhelmed is not where...
the heart's secured in a hidden room.
Sorry,
This is a big house.
Tell the people what you need to say. Right. So, yeah. It's important for Garrett to plan his entry every time. Just like in this case, there's some traps that are set forward, which you can use focus to see. But also, I mean, once you enter a situation that's very highly secure, you can expect these things. Use one of Garrett's tools, the wire cutter, to take out these traps and be able to enter safely.
These traps are new. Seems paranoid Northcrest is worried about intruders. I should step lightly.
What we just picked up is a poppy flower, which again would regen focus by hitting the X button in the inventory, or the A button if you wanted to regen your health. Health are, you keep med packs in your inventory to regen your health. Yeah, multiple paths to enter a situation. Choose the one that fits your style better. If you want to take a risk in the light or stay in the dark, multiple ways to enter. That was a health pack.
Stand guard. I'm going to have a look around.
Another thing that focus allows you to do is visualize footsteps, another tactic that Garrett can use to properly prepare his entry. We'll see that in a bit. Get an idea of where the guard is behind the wall. Very important to see where each threat to Garrett is moving to.
True then, about the grave and the key.
Aye, rattled all the rich in Dayport from top to bottom.
That place was supposed to be impregnable, and we are trying to guard the Baron in his mansion. You think he's really here? Hold it.
The other wing is too exposed. Is there access to the Baron's chambers?
It was ruined in the accident and never rebuilt. It's a death trap.
Sir, I was thinking. I couldn't help noticing earlier that there are no men guarding the sewers.
I'm sorry, Jessup. Did you hear me call you a word?
No, sir.
Do you want the Graven plucking out your eyes with rusty fucking knives? Is that what you want?
No, sir.
So put one foot in front of the other and get back to your fucking patrol as you were told.
Yes, sir.
The Graven will burn for this.
Nobody's gonna miss him. Yeah, one of the things that we wanted to keep as an essence of Thief is how our maps were laid out. So if any of you guys played the previous Thief, you'll see the references in the map. When you find a map in an area, those references are pretty clear.
We all fall.
Make sure you leave no traces of your presence.
That looks like the vault I'm searching for. The hidden entrance must be close. An original Azat. Reasonable work, but not the Baron's usual taste.
One of the key features of a Thief is frame searching. Frame searching will basically allow Garrett to investigate a frame to see if any sensitive points will unlock a safe, an alternate path, or some loot behind it. You basically, similar to lockpicking, you'll feel a vibration on your gamepad that will pinpoint when you've unlocked it.
Looks like it used to be the old family chapel. Seems the Northcrests really do have no time for the old gods. These symbols look like they could match up. The symbols are too worn to make out. If I could see inside the shrine, maybe I could figure out how it works. It looks like I need to turn the discs so the weight can drop.
Aha! What's this?
Really? A glass roof right above the loot? That wasn't on the plans I saw. Can't trust anyone these days. Well, at least I have a convenient way out. Well. All this time I thought the Baron didn't have a heart, and here it is. Sorry, Northcrest, this might hurt a little. I'll need to move fast to get back to the city. Quickest way will be through the sewers if I want to avoid trouble. Freedom lies in the shadows. But what I desire lies in the light. City's changed. I've changed.
We are nothing without the evolution of the strong and powerful. This city will not die with the old and the poor holding it back. This is no place for the weak who cling to the past. The time has come for a new future, one of industry and progress above all.
Progress. Taking jobs from the poor, padding the pockets of the rich. and they call me a thief. This city's got troubles enough. Sickness roams the streets. Despair is everywhere. It cannot be contained by the walls that separate us, and neither can I.
We must say, no more! No more will our homes be taken and our families starved! No more will we be left to die in the gutters! This city belongs to the people! We must seize it back! Stand together! Stand together! Dawn is coming!
In my dreams, I see her dying. I never paid the price for anything. Until now.